On today's episode, we leave Darwin and head southwest. We are making our way to our next farm set, which is roughly 2,100 kilometres away. But if you know us, we won't be taking the direct route. We'll take some back roads and we'll see where they take us. Thanks so much for all your support, but if you can please hit the subscribe button, we'd appreciate it. Peace be the journey. Not bad scones for a bloody hot day in Darwin today. Last day in Darwin, and we are just getting things fixed up, so I thought I'd do a batch of scones. 3 cups of self-raising flour, 1 cup of lemonade and 1 cup of cream. Cook them in the air fryer, so it takes 12 minutes. They look delicious. Hopefully they taste as good. Today is our last day in Darwin. We're packed up, ready to go. This is just a bit of a view of the Lee Point Village Park. It's pretty dry at the minute, except for where they put the sprinklers on all the time. Anyway, we are heading off to Adelaide River. It's like 100 k's. Just doing the usual checks. Yep, all good. Okay, let's go. It's gonna be very hot today. Very, very, very hot.
Back on the road again, heading south from Darwin. Just come across this mountain reservoir. It's quite a big resi. I just thought we'd have a stop here and a bit of a look. It's only about, I don't know, 40 k's out of Darwin. But yeah, you can see that she's a big reservoir. Alright, we'll go down and have a bit of a look at the water. Standing down the boat ramp. Looking out the mountain reservoir. See families here launching boats, going out for the day. Beautiful spot. Mountain reservoir is actually Darwin's water supply, and obviously open for recreational. It was built started in 1940 to supply water for the warships, but it's now Darwin's main water supply. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty big.
Good afternoon from Adelaide River. We're at the Adelaide River Inn and Resort. It's quite nice here. It's not very many sites. It's $36 a night actually. We booked in for 2 nights. Just about to walk over to the pub and have a cold drink because it is still very hot. There's still 36 degrees at 5:30. So I'll show you more when we get over there. Sounds like there's music on, so I'll go have a geeze. So we actually came to Adelaide River on our way down to Catherine almost 26 years ago on our honeymoon. We spent part of it in Darwin. We stopped off here and went to the cemetery here, and I think we had lunch, pretty sure. Anyway, there's a big ass Puma service station out the front of the pub now, sadly, so kind of takes that cool vibe away. But anyway, I guess that's progress. So this is just walking up from the van park to the Adelaide River Inn, the pub. Oh, geez, there's not many people here. the big fella. Here he is.
Got a bloody hole in your road here.
The wolves are screaming again. Can you hear?
Stopped in the town of Bachelor on the way to Litchfield National Park. I'm assuming these are Brumbies, I don't really know. But look at this little foal. Oh my goodness, he is gorgeous. So cute. And he knew. She doesn't look old enough to be a mum actually. Goes firm with his horse whispering skills. He's lucky they're behind that fence. Oh no, that one's not. They're not friendly, so maybe they are wild. Who's this little foal? She doesn't look old enough to be a mum, does she? Oh my goodness. He is so cute.
Just come into a lake called Rum Jungle Lake. And we just saw this little croc. You can just see him there. We saw him run off into the water. He's not very big, he might be a freshie, I think. He's got a bit of a snout on him, but yeah, a bit hard to tell. Wasn't expecting to see a crocodile here. It's a picnic area here, we thought you might be able to swim. That's it, you never know where they are, the little buggers. This is steps down to Florence Falls. There's quite a few of them. A 450 metre walk from the car park. But, yeah, track's pretty good. You got these stairways and yeah, pretty well paved tracks. Lots of bats around here. You hear all the flying foxes in the background. This track here is from the 4-wheel drive campground. We'll go and have a look at that on the way out. This is a little bridge across the creek here. Yeah. Not too bad. The track leading up to the falls. There's a couple of other walks here you can do. One takes you over the top of the falls. Beautiful area here. Falls. King Falls, a bit of a different look. Water hole down here. Access into the water. Here's another view of the falls. Not as big as I thought they'd be. This water, I don't know if you can see, is absolutely crystal clear. Quite a crowd here. Being a Sunday, people out, it's only an hour's drive from Darwin, so yeah, sit here all day.
So this is Jock the Croc. He was caught at the Borroloola boat ramp harassing boats when they came in. This old fella is 5 meters long and weighs 720 kilos. That is one seriously big crocodile. Imagine seeing that coming up to your boat. Look how wide his stomach is. It's crazy. But yeah, sadly he had to be caught because he was harassing people. So this is just down from the pub. It's the Adelaide River history. All on these signs here. Pretty big in World War II, Adelaide River, pretty significant. That's Charlie the buffalo. He was in Crocodile Dundee. When the pub opens, I'll take you in there and show you. We saw him 26 years ago. He was alive when we were here last. Sadly, he passed and now he's stuffed, sitting on the bar. Yeah, very cool place, Adelaide River. It's not very big. Well, actually, it's bigger than what I thought it was. And that's the pub. Nice and green. We're actually heading down to the war cemetery this morning. Hopefully Bernie wakes up because it's going to be 38 degrees again today, so it's too hot to go when it's hotter. We're going to leave today, but we might stay and sit by the pool, I think. Okay, I'm going to go back and have brekkie. This is where we'll be spending most of the day today, in that pool. The majority of it's under shade, so which is pretty cool. Because yeah, 38 degrees is pretty warm. We watched the footy in the pub last night and it was still 31 degrees at 9 o'clock when we come home. Very warm.
Here we are at the Adelaide River War Cemetery. Significant part of Australia's history, this cemetery. It holds the graves of the 243 people that were killed in the raid on Darwin in February 1942. We weren't taught much about this at school, or nothing about it. I never knew how close the war had come to Australia until I came up here in my late 20s. I was actually 30. Yeah, how significant it was, the attacks on the northern region. There's a couple of good bombings of Darwin, bigger than Pearl Harbor. And also they made it right down to Katherine and this area here around Adelaide River. And this is where a fairly major military build-up, I suppose, came after that that bombing in February. So yeah, we'll have a bit of a look around and just show you some of the graves. But this holds the graves of the civilians that were killed as well, not just the military, of those 240 odd people.
During the Second World War, Adelaide River was the headquarters of a large base, and the war cemetery was created, especially for the burial of servicemen who died in this part of Australia. Adelaide River War Cemetery now contains 435 Commonwealth burials of the Second World War. The Adelaide River Cemetery serves as a symbol of the scale, intensity and human sacrifice of Australian and Commonwealth personnel in Northern Australia during the World War. The cemetery contains the Cross of Sacrifice and the cenotaph. Established in 1942, the cemetery is the last resting place for servicemen and women who lost their lives in Northern Australia during the war. Adjoining the war cemetery is a civil cemetery which houses the graves of 63 civilians who lost their lives as a result of the war service, including 9 postal workers killed in the initial Japanese bombing of Darwin, and 31 Aboriginal people among the dead who also lie in that part of the cemetery. The cemetery is a resting place for 18 sailors, 182 soldiers, 215 airmen, and 19 merchant seamen, of which 407 are Australian, 26 are British, and 1 Canadian.
There's a young bloke here, age 20. Like I said, I remember when we were in Gallipoli. 21. All the headstones over there, they were all very young, and some the same as that young fella down there, underage. Just wonder how they got in, but obviously they wanted to defend their country. This section's where the civilians are buried that died in the bombing of Darwin. These headstones here are all the people that were in the post office when it got bombed. So the post office took a direct hit and everyone was killed that was at the post office at the time. Yeah, very sad. You get that story in Darwin in the museum. These are headstones of the other people that were, the other civilians that were killed in the bombing of Darwin.
Snake Creek Armament Depot is one of the Northern Territory's most intact military sites from World War II. It was constructed between 1943 and 1945 after the Navy identified the need for a semi-remote area. The design included a road system and a 2.85 kilometre rail loop from the North Australian Railway, an ammunition storage area capable of storing 3,500 tonnes of high explosives. A total of 69 structures were built. Some were built into the hill slope and some entirely above the ground. It appeared that the whole complex was camouflage against aerial observation. The RAF controlled the facility between 1953 and 1962. The facility fell into disuse in 1970s, and subsequently the site was vandalised and much of the material was removed. There is one large building still standing today. That was a bomb inspection laboratory built in the mid-1950s.
Snake Creek, this is the laboratory building. Still in pretty good nick. It's quite an interesting area here. There's plenty to see. Heap of bunkers. Must have seen at least 20 bunkers. And along the train tracks and other buildings. But yeah, this building here is a laboratory. There's a lot of asbestos laying around, but there's no sign saying you can't enter. Must have been living quarters or something. Little rooms. There's been a bit of a fire in here. All the ceiling joists are burnt out, all the ceilings dropped down. Same in here. It's a shame. It's a nice sign there. A lot of dump sites around here with obviously military gear and very interesting. Good site to come and see if it's a bit hot today, but it's a bit cooler. You could walk around through the bush here and find some different things.
This is going inside the Adelaide River Inn. Oh, it's going to be hot today. Good, how are you? Just looking, thank you. There's old Charlie. He is. Beneath his Crocodile Dundee. Hollywood came knocking on Charlie's door in 1985. Charlie was most famous for his starring role in Crocodile Dundee. Charlie lived his days after retiring from Hollywood as any man would love to, at the Adelaide River Inn, but sadly passed away in 2000.
This big old Brahman here is having a great northern. Watch the road.
Well, good morning. Well, actually, it's good afternoon now. We left Adelaide River this morning and we're on our way to Catherine, but we just saw the turn off to Edith Falls, which we were here 26 years ago. We did a tour that went through from Darwin down to Adelaide River, down to Catherine Gorge for the day, and then we come back here and had a swim. So do not remember it, but I know there's freshwater crocodiles here, so Trina will be very careful. But anyway, we're just going to have some lunch. It's 35 degrees, so it's pretty warm outside again. So the swim will be nice. So we'll have lunch and then we will walk on down. So this is Edith Falls. Unfortunately, there's not much water coming down those falls at the minute. I'm pretty sure when we were here 26 years ago, I'm pretty sure the waterfall was coming down there, which is strange because it was mid-October when we came last time. Now it's the beginning of October, so anyway, we could be wrong. So Bern has decided to go over to the waterfalls. A German and a Dutch girl were just talking to us. It's a fair swim. I can't even... Oh, he's actually there, is he? That might be his body over there. His pasty white boy in blue shorts. I think that is him. Too far for me. And there's freshwater crocodiles, so I'll just stay near the edge. It's beautiful because it's pretty warm. So there is a caravan park here. Oh well, I think it's bush camping. We'll have a look at it, see how hot it is, see if they got powered sites. Oh yeah, that is a big fella there. I can see his noodle. Yes, I said noodle. That would be my husband's there. You can tell by that white body of his. Probably bloody fall and break his neck. Yes, hello, husband. I don't know what he's waiting for. He's probably thinking, oh, no, I can't make it up there. Oh, yeah, I could if I tried. That would be what he'd be, oh, sorry. That'd be what he'd be saying. Go on, Bern. Up you go. No. No, he thought against it. Hopefully he doesn't slip down those rocks. Could end in disaster. So, Bern, swim out to the waterfalls?
Yeah, it's great.
Was it like?
About 150 metres, I reckon. Last 20 was a bit hard against the current. Once you got out there and yeah, it's sitting under the waterfalls. It's like having a massage.
So what happened to you? We saw that you were trying or thinking about climbing.
Oh yeah,
up?
I climbed up the rock.
Not right up.
No, I started climbing up the rocks, but it was a bit slippery.
Did you get scared?
No, I didn't get scared.
Were you scared of crocodiles?
I thought about you yelling at me if I fell.
Oh, well, you'd have to swim back because there was no way I was going over there.
That's right.
You were there by yourself, actually. So.
But it would be nice to climb up there and have a look. But yeah, when I got back, I noticed that there's a sign saying you're not allowed to climb up the rocks. So
that have stopped you though.
no,
Exactly.
the rules are meant to be broken. But it'd be nice if you take a canoe out there and have a canoodle, but you can't.
No canoes.
No canoes.
But it's free.
It's free. Definitely come back here and have a swim. If you're travelling and it's a hot day or something, you just duck in here. It's 20 k's, but duck in here and have a bit of relax.
So it's 20 k's from the turn off at the Stewart Highway.
Mm.
There is a campground, but no power, and it's 40 degrees actually. That says.
It does, and it's there's also a cafe here.
So we are going to keep going to Catherine. Get power so we can have aircon because it's too bloody hot.
Camp tonight.
On our way, let's go.
Let's go.
Being overtaken by a road train. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's only a 3-1.
Thank you.
No worries, mate. Safe travels.
Anyway.
Stay tuned for next week's episode when we arrive at Cape Crawford. We do a day trip to King Ash Bay and then we head to the Queensland border via the Barkly River Roadhouse because of a bushfire. Thanks so much for all your support. Hit that subscribe button. Peace be the journey.